So we have some breaking news about Michael Cohen and the investigation into Michael Cohen. According to NBC News, this is an exclusive that they had found. Federal agents have obtained a wiretap on President Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, that had intercepted at least one call between a line associated with Michael Cohen and a line at the White House. So that's sort of the big reveal, right? So here you have just the fact that Cohen, it's revealed he has been wiretapped. That in itself is explosive. Now we also have the realization, or the revelation, I should say, of a call between Cohen and what we would assume to be Donald Trump. Now, two sources close to Trump's newest attorney, Rudy Giuliani, say that he learned that days after the raid, the president decided to make a call to Michael Cohen. You know, oh, hey, look, you're under investigation. You've just been raided by the FBI. I better call my lawyer, the one that has just been raided. It's not very smart, is it? No, that's stupid. That's really, really dumb. But again, that's Donald Trump. He did the same thing with Michael Flynn. Now, Michael Flynn got in trouble, and he's like, oh, I got to call Michael Flynn. Why can't I call Michael Flynn? I just want to call Mike. That's fascinating. Now, this time, unlike the Michael Flynn situation, he actually did get a call out to Cohen. Now, I wonder what was in that call. Now, Giuliani basically said, I told Trump after that happened, don't do that again because you don't know if federal investigators are going to be listening. We don't know. Now, look, if Cohen were smart, he wouldn't have said anything incriminating, right? And also if he hadn't flipped on Trump, which we don't know at this point, right? However, even if Cohen was restrained, that doesn't mean that Donald Trump was restrained. In fact, Donald Trump's the kind of guy who can't help but incriminate himself because he's so incredibly dumb. I mean, look, you just let him talk, and he's done this on numerous occasions. You just let him talk, and he will eventually get around to incriminating himself. The Lester Holt interview where he admitted, oh, yeah, I fired James Comey over the Russia investigation. That is a great example. So basically, he admitted to obstructing justice on national television. Again, the guy's an idiot. He's a colossal moron. I cannot believe he is president of the United States. Anyway, now, NBC has more details on this tap. They report that the tap was obtained in the weeks ahead of the raid on Cohen's office, home, and hotel room last month, where investigators obtained a slew of documents. Now, a lot of these documents, what we know, anyway, of these documents, is they're related to the payment made to Stormy Daniels. It's a $130,000 payment that Donald Trump swears he knew nothing about, or at least he did until recently. Oh, no, I didn't know anything about it, right? There was no payment. What are you talking about? Payment? I didn't know there was payment. Maybe Michael Cohen made a payment on his own, out of his own money, but I had nothing to do with it. Campaign had nothing to do with it, except that now he's on retainer, and that's how I was paying him back. Again, they can't help themselves. They're such pathological liars. My God. Now, in relation to this payment, here you have Stormy Daniels' lawyer, Michael Avenatti, basically confirming this news and saying, yeah, this happened, this wiretap happened, and it's related to my case. He also cited information that he had learned about this, that the wiretaps were not simply listening to the phone calls, but they also have his text messages. So you got your phone, you got the phone calls on tape, and then you've got the text messages too. Oh boy. So what prompted the raid, according to Avenatti, is that investigators had feared that information, the text messages and stuff, could be destroyed. Now, federal agents used that as the basis for obtaining their search warrants that were used to seize the Cohen's property back in April. So that's interesting, right? Now, why is this terrible news for Donald Trump and Michael Cohen? Well, I think Cohen's pretty obvious, right? Now, according to former U.S. Attorney Chuck Rosenberg, now an NBC News analyst, he says there is a high bar for having a wiretap approved. So that means they got to have evidence. Now, he said, quote, "The affidavits are typically highly detailed and carefully vetted by experienced lawyers, in which case the wiretap must be approved by a federal judge." Rosenberg said that the wiretaps are usually approved for an investigation into a current crime and not solely for possible crimes that have been committed in the past. So understand that, right? While, yes, this is possible for crimes in the past, it's also mostly used when they think there's somebody that is currently committing a crime at this time, at this moment. In fact, he said, "This is an exacting process where the government must demonstrate to a federal judge that there is an ongoing crime, and the judge has to look at the evidence collected so far and make a determination on whether or not to grant a wiretap." You know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got...
Wait. Just a minute. Maybe we've got Michael Cohen. However, if Cohen is going down, which it seems more and more likely by the day, the question is whether or not he's going to take Donald Trump down with him. And I think this is only going to fuel more questions about whether or not Cohen is or has flipped on Donald Trump. So we'll see. We'll see. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.